We're at the Merrimack Restaurant in Manchester, New Hampshire. Something very interesting happened this evening. How many of you thought that this debate exceeded your expectations? You were happier with the Republican candidates? Raise your hands. These are 29 Republican primary voters. How many of you are disappointed? This is not a good night, but one individual for the first time exceeded expectations in all the debates that we've been testing for Hannity and Combs. How many of you walked in here voting for John McCain? Raise your hands. Only 3 of you. How many of you thought that he won the debate? What is it about John McCain? And Kim, I'm going to start with you. What did McCain specifically do tonight that impressed you the most?
He was clear and concise. He knew a lot of details about the war and our security. I felt that he would make us safe, that's a priority to him.
Why do you think he won the debate?
I think John McCain sounded the most presidential. Even the other candidates were quoting John McCain during their responses. My biggest problem with McCain had been his immigration stand, and I think he indicated at least that he may have heard the clamor in the country over his position on that and may have mollified it.
Who else said McCain? Go ahead.
I think McCain just has the experience, and it came through in his answers. He was very concise and very clear with his answers. And the other candidates, I just don't think they were as clear as McCain was.
But does he have the passion? I know you thought he won, but does he have the passion?
Are you asking me?
Yeah.
One of the things I thought was incredible, does he have the passion? He said that he was not so much interested in managing as he was in leading. And he was very passionate about being a leader. And that's what we need in this country, is a leader that's not afraid to say do what he says.
Now, you're one of the younger people in here. You also thought McCain, but did you walk in here a McCain person?
I did, and I think he's very straightforward, and that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a straightforward president.
So basically the attribute, someone who says what they mean and means what they say, is what matters to you?
Yeah. He exhibited his leadership a lot better than the other candidates seemed to, and I was just feeling the whole time that responses were being given. He was the most direct. He spoke for support of the war in Iraq, but he also supported he did not support any kind of torture.
But you guys were angry at his response to immigration, and yet you're willing to forgive him on that. Why? Go ahead.
The Republican umbrella is a big umbrella, and we all have a consistency of views. We all differ a little bit, but I think the majority of us have the majority of the ideas that we all believe in.
One more?
Quite honestly, I saw the big divide being the people that talk straight, gave us real answers, and the people who just waffled.
Who waffled?
And Giuliani, Romney, Brownback waffled.
Sean, Alan, I want you to watch this. How many of you thought that Rudy Giuliani was your big disappointment of the evening? Raise your hands. This is incredible. And I'm going to pose something to you. Is it because you learned things about his stance that you didn't know before? Or was it his style?
It's
Style?
more stylistic.
Tell me.
I just felt that he could not get away from what he did in New York. It was everything that he did in the city. Every single question he answered virtually the same way. That it gave you the statistics about what he had accomplished in New York, which were wonderful things that he did. But you've got to get beyond that. What else is there?
Alan, style does matter, clearly, as much as substance. John McCain, this is the first time that we've had him as a debate winner, and Rudy Giuliani just didn't score with these New Hampshire voters.